version of the SCOBY.
I don't want to go near them.
Peter's seen too many sci-fi movies, but I'll hold it. It does feel strange.
I watch Hello Okanagan from Vernon.
Welcome back to another episode of Hello Okanagan, guys. As you can see, Peter's cold, so we're gonna show you what you can do when it's cold in the Okanagan like it is right now. Peter, where are we today?
We're in beautiful Kelowna, British Columbia. We're at the MotherLove Kombucha Bar. Let's go inside and stay warm, guys. Come on.
Alright, hello Okanaganers. We're here with Rochelle. She's the owner of MotherLove Kombucha. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for coming out, guys.
So let's just start with the most basic of all. What is kombucha for those that don't know? Because some people I know are hearing, what is kombucha at home right now?
To be honest with you though, like I've heard from people, especially, it's funny, I never really heard of kombucha before I moved to British Columbia. And when I first started hearing about it, and others around me, when we'd hear somebody talking about how great it tastes and this and that, we thought it was like something drug infused or something like that. It was weird. But people don't really, there's a lot of people who don't know what it is. It's almost like it's a new thing out there that's really blowing up right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of misconceptions about kombucha. It's actually been around for thousands of years. We think about like 2,000 years.
Yeah.
And it's a probiotic fermented tea. So the way that it's produced is we take sweet tea, there's a culture that ferments the caffeine and sugar, and then we're left with this sparkling tea beverage that has probiotics, digestive enzymes, and B vitamins.
How long roughly is it fermented?
It can ferment anywhere from 7 days to 30 days.
Yeah.
And as it ferments, the sugar content decreases, but it also gets more acidic tasting. So there's not really like a golden standard of how to brew. So every kombucha producer will brew entirely different, which will yield a different flavor profile and different benefits. So that's why if someone has like one brand of kombucha, it can taste completely different than another brand.
And that's what I was gonna ask too, is like, what are some of the benefits? What are some of the ailments that this thing can help you with?
Acetic acid is one of the biggest ones. Similar benefits to apple cider vinegar. So controlling, like boosting immunity because it has all the beneficial bacteria.
Wow.
And our microbiome is so important. So much exists in our gut about our health. So if our gut's healthy, that impacts our overall health.
So I remember probably 10 years ago, I want to say, before kombucha became way more mainstream, you would only really find it in health food stores, and it would be in larger, kind of like almost medicinal jars. It'd be very like Ayurvedic looking, and it was very pungent and vinegary. So like now it's kind of wild to see it become so widespread and mainstream as a beverage that everyone just wants to drink. But like you said, it's obviously been around for thousands of years.
Totally. There's a company called GT's, which is like the classic kombucha that probably everyone knows or has heard of. And he started about 20 years ago in California, and that kind of started the trend. And then it's gained traction in like Western US and Western Canada, and it is growing globally. So we're seeing kombucha companies in Berlin and Australia, and it's becoming really popular, and I think for good reasons, because functional beverages are better than having like a pop or a soda or a beer.
So besides the health benefits of it, I'm assuming there's things you can add to it too, like vodka or some liquor. People have done that already?
People do that. There's
I thought that was just something I was going to do myself.
You totally can. Well, if you're going to use like a ginger ale to make a Moscow Mule, why not use a ginger kombucha?
Oh, wow.
Because you're cutting out some sugar, because it's a lower sugar content, and you're still getting some of the benefits.
Well, let's check out some of the space here as we get to know a little bit more about MotherLove. Follow us, guys. Hey everyone, stay warm this winter with our hoodies and sweatshirts and
Coffee.
good.
So now we're here in the lab, basically where the magic happens, and you'll notice a lot of similarities to like craft breweries where they make beer. Am I right?
That's right. Yeah, we use a lot of the same equipment that breweries and wineries do.
Okay.
They've started to come out with some like kombucha specific equipment, but it's really quite similar to just brewing alcohol.
Well, I'm ready to do some tasting, but before we do that, I want to know a little bit about the history. So, how did you get into this whole kombucha world?
It started as a hobby, so I like health, wellness, fermenting, and then when you start making kombucha, you use something called a SCOBY. So SCOBY stands for Symbiotic Colony of Bacteria and Yeast. So it's basically beneficial yeast, beneficial bacteria, and they live together to produce the good stuff. It's a live culture. So when you brew kombucha, that culture sits on top and it'll multiply.
Wow.
And as it multiplies, you get more of them, and you need to make more kombucha or sell the SCOBYs, and so that kind of kick-started this venture where I now sell kombucha.
And is it true that SCOBYs will literally grow to whatever size of containment you've got there, basically? So if you were brewing kombucha in your bathtub, your SCOBY would grow to the basically.
Are we talking like a plant?
Absolutely.
Like the bigger the pot, the bigger the plant will fill that?
It's often confused, if I'm not mistaken, like with a mushroom.
Yeah,
almost,
some people
right?
call it mushroom tea,
Yeah.
but there's nothing fungal
No.
about it, but it looks like a mushroom kind of. So in here, this is a big 6,000 liter tank, and the SCOBY takes up the entire diameter of this tank.
Jeez. That's insane.
Yeah, we also started in just 100 liter vessels. So the pot behind you here is a 120 liter. So one vessel that was smaller than this, and then that increased to 200 liters, 600 liters, 1,000 liters, and now we have 6,000 liters. And so we've gone through multiple breweries. We just built this brewery in order to scale.
Yeah.
And we just opened this facility in July.
So I think what's cool also about kombucha is you guys can turn this product over so much faster than like breweries or wineries because it doesn't take as long to obviously ferment, and then you can can right away.
Yep. We brew it all here. We heat the tea, brew it, carbonate it, and the canning line comes in and packages the product right here as well.
So speaking of canning, you don't have your own canning system. You said you kind of bring someone else who brings their own canning system here into your shop. You want to give him a shout out?
Yeah.
Who is that does that for you?
Craig from Okanagan Canning. He's fantastic. He has a mobile canning line because they can be really pricey to get and take up a lot of space in-house. So he has this super cute truck.
Yeah.
He brings in the canning line, we do the canning, and then he moves on to his next job.
And you said he has a special license plate. What's that license plate?
Can man.
He's the can man. So if you see the can man, give him a thumbs up.
This is almost like a history museum of the company because it shows where you started and
Progression.
where you are now in the progression. And then you've got little names on the tanks too?
All the tanks had names. Rather than numbering them, we just started naming them because that was more fun to say like Freddie Mercury is ready than be like Brewpot 2 is ready to can. So that just kind of continued. And most of them have a little image.
That's amazing. Yes, he does. He does.
Okay.
No.
Peter,
So
hold it.
this is like a small version of the SCOBY, and it's like lovely. He's really afraid.
I don't want to go near that.
Peter's seen too many sci-fi movies, but I'll hold it.
Yeah, that's the SCOBY.
It does feel strange.
Actually, if you put it on your face, David, it exfoliates as well.
You're not actually wrong.
You're not wrong.
It's really
What?
really good for it. They grind up
What's the
SCOBYs.
British is it?
They grind up SCOBYs and they put them in. So they dry them out and they grind them up into powders and they put them into like skincare stuff.
Your
'Cause
skin
it's-
has an acid mantle.
It's
and so
really high probiotic, right?
That's what toner is. It's just like acid on your face. So that's a tiny version.
It does look like a mask. You're getting a facial.
A tiny version of what would be in the big vats, and then they grow. You'll see they'll kind of multiply.
So they start like a loony and they just keep expanding?
Grow and grow.
Yeah, and you sell these, right?
Yeah,
For
if
people that want to make
brew
them
at home.
themselves.
Yeah, we have ones here.
Because
so
you
we'll
can obviously do home brewing on a smaller scale if you don't want to do their crazy
just like
level.
in
But
a-
these things, how long would it take for one if you were to basically take a fraction of the size of this one? How long would it take to get to this size or even a little bit bigger?
Within a week or two, you'll see like
That
pretty
fast,
rapid
yeah.
growth.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Hey everyone, we're finally tasting my favorite part. And before we talk to Jen here, who's going to talk about the different kombuchas, look at the flight holder. This is something I really am impressed with every time I go to a brewery or different places, the flight holders. As a sci-fi geek, I actually feel like I'm in a bar on a Star Trek on one of the one of the spaceships or something. Like, look at this thing. It looks so futuristic. It's pretty cool.
What are we starting with? And
Are we going from like light to heavy, like with wine? Or?
What I would do is I would start with the kombucha first, and so that starts on this side. So we've got a lavender lemonade here.
one of my favorites.
Yeah, absolutely gorgeous. It's super floral with a little bit of
Ooh, very floral. It's
And
almost
one,
like
and one thing that's really nice about the kombucha is I can actually drink these flights as well because it's not beer, and I like kombucha.
You won't get the bitter beer face.
And also, I can drive after this as well because this one particularly is
this
not
almost smells like
alcoholic, but-
potpourri or something. This is great.
Potpourri.
Potpourri.
Wow, what a vocabulary.
It's really good for your gut, so it's gonna make you
Oh wow, it's refreshing too.
So we got to the next one.
Yeah, so the next one is also one of our flagship flavors, so Blue Alchemy. This is a lime zest and spirulina. That's what gives it the nice kind of greeny blue color.
So this one's kind of changed over the years, right? Because it used to be way, way bluer, if I remember.
It kind of depends. Every batch that we do is craft, so every time we make a new batch, it's a little bit different.
It's a good way to get Peter his superfood greens.
Absolutely. But those two were kombucha that you had first. These are now going to be kafirs. So this is instead.
What did you say?
Yeah. So I thought we were only having kombucha here.
No, we're going to kafirs. So
Kefir?
Kefir.
Kefir. How do you spell that?
Kefir. So instead of tea, this is actually brewed on water. So it's a really nice version of a probiotic beverage that doesn't have caffeine in it. So we have the two options. So kombucha, you will have some caffeine with the tea. Kefir, you don't. The pina colada. So with this one, you're gonna have a little bit of coconut and pineapple. It's just nice and tropical, summery.
That's nice. We're done with pina coladas. Now we've got, which one's this one?
So that's blood orange.
And this is a kefir as well.
Yes. Yep. And then you have the mojito.
I've got the mojito, sucker.
Yeah.
I got the blood orange, sucker.
Are these like? I want to take one of these home. They're like American shot glass size.
Yeah, these are great. So you guys do tastings then all the time? What are like kind of the hours?
Normally we're here about 10 to 5.
Yep.
Yeah, so we're here all day. Sundays we're closed, but we do flights just like this. And then kombucha by the glass. We also have growlers.
Can I see one, please?
Yeah.
Growler.
A growler, yeah.
So they
you
can-
can purchase that and then you can come get filled.
So you can buy it once and then refill it if you need, basically.
And then you also sell them in cans, obviously.
We do.
Is it 4-packs?
We do 6 packs. You can kind of mix and match however you feel.
Actually, a really good pizza. So Rochelle, what else do you guys offer here for food?
For food, we have some vegan bowls from the wagon. So she drops them off during the week, and that's a great grab and go option. You can also use them for sit-in, but if you're wanting to sit for a meal, we have some pizzas from Antico.
Well, that's sweet. So you can have kombucha, you can have some good za, you can play board games. So this is like a really cool spot to hang out, especially when it's cold outside, like it is right now.
No, it's a great vibe all year round, and it's a great spot in downtown Kelowna here, so it's nice.
While David's talking to Rochelle in the back, I think I'm going to pour myself a growler to take home. Before we leave, we had to try this special item that you were one of the only ones to try this or start this or something.
Yeah, we just come out with an alcoholic line of kombucha. It's a hard kombucha.
Did you say alcoholic?
Yes!
Finally! Okay, so tell us a little bit about this.
So there's a lot of different ways people do hard kombucha. Some people will take regular kombucha and add booze. Some people will ferment it to an alcoholic state, but we do it a different way. So our brand is called Day Pass, and
Is it like for day drinking?
kind of. It's a type of kombucha called Jun kombucha, and it's made exclusively with green tea and honey.
If you guys want to try this before anybody else, you can come in right now, anytime, to the MotherLove Ferments Kombucha Bar, and you can try Day Pass. Otherwise, stay tuned, like you said, in the spring sometime.
Yeah, spring of 2023.
Spring of 2023. I know Peter's gonna probably be your first customer.
I'll be here tomorrow morning. Like, this is great. But guys, if you're in Kelowna and you haven't been here, you gotta check this place out. If you're somewhere in the Okanagan and you want a great afternoon, come down here, have some amazing food, have some great kombucha, and again, nothing's wrong with day drinking here at MotherLove.
Where can they find this product if maybe they're not from Kelowna or not anywhere near the Okanagan right now?
We have lots of retailers. We're in all the Nature's Fair. There's a map on our website, so you can find us at all of our retailer locations. Of course, the Fig, our favorite customer.
The Fig in Vernon has it. Wow. So if people want more information on the locations, what is the website?
www.motherloveferments.com. There you can find stockists, flavors, and we also do shipping if you want to ship it right to your doorstep.
Thank you guys so much for watching another episode of Hello Okanagan. We'll see you guys next time.
Hello, all you amazing Okanagan people. I'm Saffron Quist.
And I'm Chelsea Baker, and this is your Okanagan Update. The NATC Theatre and Glowhaven Community Hub present the 7 Celebrations Indigenous Showcase at Silver Star Mountain Resort in Vernon on February 3rd.
This event brings people from all walks of life together through an evening of Indigenous storytelling, live performances and film, plus an artisan market of beautiful products and food.
This is a family-friendly evening with fundraising going towards the completion of the film Coming Home for the Children.
Kelowna's annual Fireside Arts and Music Festival is happening from February 3rd to 5th and is loaded up with an epic lineup of Canadian artists.
For the full list, including Lex Leosis, Neon Steve, DJ Invisible, Josh and Bax Band, The Nomads, Kentucky Eileen, Windmills, Valerie Rose, Bella Cat, and so many more, head to the website.
Get your tickets now for a Valentine's Day high tea happening at Benvolin Heritage Park in Kelowna on February 10th.
Ethereal High Tea and Desserts and Vintage Tea Parties are hosting a fabulous afternoon with a gourmet selection of 4 savories, a scone with Devonshire cream and homemade preserves, 4 sweets and bottomless tea. Bonus packages of flower bouquets and macaron boxes are also available.
Valentine's Day should not be reserved for just couples. This party is for everyone. Show love and spend time with the people in your life who matter the most.
The Vernon Winter Carnival is on from February 3rd to the 12th.
This frosty festival is offering everything from the traditional snow sculptures and hot air balloons to scavenger hunts, live music, restaurant Olympics, games, workshops, parties, markets, and way too many more to name.
This year's highlight is the Country Barn Burner concert featuring the Reclaws. For a full list of events, head online. For more information, to find other events, or to have your event featured here, head to dotheokanagan.com.
And that's it for your Okanagan update.
Back to the episode.
Hey guys, make sure you're following us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok to see all the cool content we post on there.
So wait, you want me to go undercover in some high school and kidnap some teenage girl? How are we gonna do this? We're the new kids at school. Not just new kids at the school, but new kids at school in general. Do you know how to climb the social ladder?
I'm sorry, are you trying to make a move on me or something?
What? I'm just asking. I'm not an idiot. You've fallen head over heels for her, haven't you?
I'm not. I'm just good at my job.
Where is she?